I don't know what you've been doing, if you've been collecting supplies, water, extra container of Band-Aids, Neosporin, or you have upped it to maybe even getting a backup power generator. But if I were you, I would get into high gear. Things are not good right now. They're going to get worse. And you need to have something to fall back on. If you listen to no other videos that I've made, listen to this one.
Look around right now and you can feel a shift in the air. Everyday Americans aren't just complaining about prices anymore. There's a deeper, more systemic anxiety taking root. From working class neighborhoods to suburban households, millions of people are quietly realizing that the systems we rely on, our financial institutions, our supply chains, and our political leadership are flashing warning signs. People are feeling entirely disconnected from the institutional decisions being made above them, and it's forcing regular folks to take their security into their own hands. It isn't about paranoia anymore, it's a rational response to a reality that feels increasingly unstable.
I'm not going to lie, yesterday, last night, I felt completely defeated. Just because they're so open about what's happening, and it's happening at such a fast rate. I've been trying to warn you for a long time now. You don't want to listen. I'm telling you right now, you better prepare your family and your circle for what's coming. Don't comply. They're going to be coming to everyone's doorstep. You're not going to be able to hide from this. You're not going to be able to move from this. It's going to hit every single corner of this earth. I hope you're all having a good day. Please take care of yourself.
Let me first say that I'm not an expert in this, but I have been reading and I have been listening to a lot of people way smarter than me, and I want to give you some small, bite-sized, practical things you can do. And number one, be prepared. Just like if there was going to be a snowstorm or a winter storm that you might be in your house for a little while, rice and beans, people, that whole deal that we've talked about before. Number two, we have to build community. If you don't talk to your neighbors, now is the time to start. If you haven't talked to your neighbor across the street in 10 years and you think it's awkward now, get over it. Go knock on the door and say, hey, you want to have a cup of coffee? Hey, I want to take a walk around the block. Start neighborhood watches. Start phone trees. Start things like that, because we may lose access to information like this. So those are the first two baby steps. More's coming. And watch other creators, because I certainly don't have it all figured out. I will share with you what I learn, because I love my family. Go love your neighbor.
Family thinks I'm crazy, but I've been stocking up on more food, and I even bought 2, to start off with, food grade 5-gallon buckets to get more rice and beans in bulk, because I don't want weevils. I don't want other pests. I'm fine with them thinking I'm crazy, because you know what? They can think I'm crazy and be thankful for it someday. And if not, they can think I'm crazy and we'll still have food. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Okay, this is cart number 1 and this is cart number 2. Come with us to Costco to get all of our pantry staples for a year. I took inventory of everything. You can go check out my other video that I have posted about that. So I have a whole list of everything that we're gonna need to get. He said he has to put his shoes in sports mode for this. You should get one of those orange carts. All right, let me get my list out. Yeah, 3 boxes of white, just a whole box.
Yeah, just put it's great.
I think I want to mix these, so I'm gonna do paprika. This one, 8 of them. 5 bread flour and 5 all-purpose flour. I'm making him put it back because it's $9.49 for those bags, and obviously those are better for us, but these are $15.49 for a 50-pound bag, and this will last us a lot longer. So we're gonna get 2 of these or 3 of these. Making him get his workout in today. Nice.
I want to use the truck.
Okay, I didn't get everything I need. I got mostly everything. So let's go check out. Guess the total in the comments. I'm a little scared. Every time I come to Costco, I get scared to check out. All right, this is cart number 1, and this is cart number 2.
Peanut butter and stuff.
All right, this is what it looks like. All right, did you guys guess the total in the comments? The total was $1,032.10. I had a $98.50 off because when you shop at Costco, you get 2% back with an exclusive membership. So my total was $933.60. I didn't get everything I needed. There's a couple more things that I do have to get. So I'm gonna go probably next month and get those things at like a regular store, probably like Walmart or something. But for the most part, I got everything off my list that I needed. So my budget was $1,000 and I stayed in my budget, so I'm happy with it.
There's a video going viral about the banks and their liquidity, and out of the thousands of comments that are in there, I saw like 3 that actually know what's going on. You guys have got to go and do some real research. Go and look up what the Federal Reserve actually is. Go and look up the gold standard. See what happened in 1971. Our dollar is fiat. There is zero backing it. It is worthless. The banks are going to fall. The system will collapse. It's happening right now. And if you don't understand, I don't know what to tell you. Go and do your research. You've got to be prepared. Renew your heart and your mind because things are coming that are going to shock you. So you have got to be prepared. Stop listening to mainstream media. Go do your own research. And when you understand what the Federal Reserve is, go do your research. I can't tell you. You have to go look it up for yourself because that is the only way you're going to get it. Stop listening to mainstream videos and these people that don't know what they're talking about. Go look it up for yourself. Things are coming and it's going to be rough for a time. And you need to make sure you are prepared. Okay. I don't mean to yell at you, but go research. Have a good day.
How am I preparing for the not taking the digital ID? Well, right now I'm homeless, right? I have no money or anything like that. I'm gonna be learning skills, and I'm going to school to be a teacher because I'll make a post about this, but the future of education is going to be completely at home, aka COVID was a good example of what that's going to look like. So I'm actually being prepared by having an education degree because my kids eventually, or my kids' kids are gonna be taught on a computer or a laptop in the future. Learning new skills. I'm learning how to make my own clothes. I'm learning I already planted a garden at my mom's house, how to grow food, and that will benefit her since I don't have my own land. And so there's skills and then the only thing would be water is going to be difficult. But right now, those are the 2 skills that I'm making. I'm learning how to crochet, learning how to sew, learning how to buy products, using family members' land to make a garden. It benefits them, it benefits you. It all makes sense, right? And these are a couple things that I'm doing to get ready because I'm not taking the digital ID.
I'm people watching today. I'm seeing young couples, I'm seeing kids, and I'm seeing them just living normal lives and enjoying reality. And yet they are unaware of what the powers above us are doing to ruin our world. We didn't ruin our world. They ruined our world. And then when I think about it, right, with what is on its way, apart from Agenda 2030, the kind of stuff that's going to happen before Agenda 2030 for them to rise with the power that they want and for us to accept it, is that there's going to be things happening now that mean, and I mean 2027. And I can't be too transparent about it because if I am, I think I might cause myself issues. So I need to get out before I do. Exit, protect. Now, when I say exit, if you can exit, great. If you can't exit, then protect. Protect yourself in such a way. My meaning is not just about, arming yourself or getting a dog for protection or that kind of thing, securing your homes. I'd probably suggest doing some of that too. However, protect yourself, because when these wars occur, they don't occur on a physical front, a military, let's say. They'll occur financially, right? So if you have got debt, get rid of it. If you've got a mortgage, I've said this before and I'm saying it again, downsize. Put yourself in a position that you are secure. So if you're staying, secure yourself and prepare yourself with, food and other things in place that will get you by where you might have to stay inside for a while, if that becomes the case, because I believe that it is. And I'm going to do some more digging. I'm going to post more about it. I'm Sarah Hayati. I make money make sense, but this money sense, it's not just about finance, and it's not just about mortgages, and it's not just about savings and investments. It's the money sense that occurs around the world that is coming.
Look, if you're not observant and you're not seeing what's going around in this country for the last several months, you need to wake up and open your eyes. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that so you can start to get prepared. Look at every single day. There's something else new going on, something else major happening, and it just keeps continuing. So for yourself and for your family, if you listen to anything that I have to say, please start preparing to help your family and yourself. Make sure you have extra food. Make sure you have extra water. Make sure you have a plan if communication goes down, where you're going to meet, where you're going to stay. Make sure you have that bug out bag or a go bag if you need to leave quickly, that you have essential items in there. I'm not here spreading fear, but honestly, the track record of what's going on, it doesn't look like it's getting better. It's only getting worse. You need to remember that your main priority is you and your family. Throw out all the noise in the background, throw out all the bullshit that's going on, and just focus on making sure you and your family are prepared.
I want us to be unbothered, but I do not want us to be unprepared. I want to give you 3 tips of how to prepare for what's coming up next in this storm. Number 1, I want you to stack your paper. Make as much money as you can. Do your side hustles, do whatever, save your money. Number 2, I want you to prepare your house. Make sure that your home has plenty of food, water, and protection. And you know what I mean by protection, okay? And number 3, keep your eyes open. If you think things are bad now, they're going to get worse. They are tired of our unbotheredness, and they're going to keep pushing the line. I want you guys to hold the line, stay unbothered, and be prepared.
This is what it's going to take. It's literally going to be a group of people using their First Amendment right, pushing back at an army. A firecracker, a rogue person, a trigger-happy agent's ultimately going to set off the storm, and you need to be prepared. Again, food, water, ways to cook things, non-perishable items, ways to defend yourself. If you're not into pew-pews, maybe get some of that sweet spray that they like to blast at everybody. It's available online. It's just, I do want to point out that this is a situation that could stop everything. Gas station, grocery stores, everything you need to get through daily life. You might have a bunch of people that are unwilling to go to work or afraid to go to work. And you're going to have a lot of people that are not going to go to work because they're not going to take this shit anymore. The upside to that is that same infrastructure that we rely on, this little army also relies on. Air traffic controllers, rental car companies, all of these things that they need to exist, they also use. They're not just crippling us, we're crippling them. Just be prepared. I'm telling you, this is a Boston MAS situation where it's going to take one event, and that we've already been pushed to the brink, but this is going to end up as a mass pew-pewing that takes out a lot of innocent people's lives, because these people won't stand down and they think they can control everything. And that's fine. That's apparent that that's where this administration is at, and people need to prepare accordingly. I'm just going to keep repeating this every few days until people realize how dire this situation could be. I mean, this could be a point where cell phone towers are shut down, electrical grids are shut down to try to stop any continued dissidence from people, like people just pushing back. It's you just have to understand where we are. We've seen this play out in other countries. We're watching it play out in a different one right now.
What I'm about to say is probably going to sound crazy. It is going to make me a radical, and that's fine with me. I don't give a shit anymore. We are at the start of the American Civil War. I said it yesterday. I'm going to say it again. We're not voting our way out of this. If we make it to the midterm elections, that shit is not going to count. Your vote is not going to matter because they've already told us that 2024 election was manipulated. That vote was rigged. Okay? Elon Musk said it. Donald Trump said it. Voting is not going to matter anymore. Okay? These content creators that are lying to you and telling you just to vote in the midterms, just to vote in the midterms, stop listening to them. All they're doing is giving you anxiety and stressing you the out and leading you down the naive path. All right? What you're going to do instead right now is go buy 4, go buy 10. I don't give a learn how to some shit in your backyard. If it is safe to do so, go to the gun range, go get training. I'm sure there are liberal and democratic whatever influencers or people around you that will train you on how to use a firearm, okay?
This is it, guys. This is the tipping point. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I'm going to tell you how to prepare for the impending civil and world war. And I know that that sounds scary, and I'm not trying to fearmonger here, but please stay with me. Today, J.D. Vance went on record and publicly declared that that ICE officer who shot Renee Good has absolute immunity before an investigation is even complete, and they have all of the facts. So you know what else that means? That means he thinks he has immunity, and Trump has immunity. He just gave every member of ICE permission to unalive Americans. Let me repeat that. Our Vice President of the United States gave total immunity to ICE to off Americans. Don't get it twisted. This is state-sanctioned harm. The same shit that happened in 1930s and 1940s Germany. They are telling us that our lives come second to their authority. And here's the part that people might want to hear. If you are actually paying your taxes still, well, you can stop now. Because for the last year, they have taken away our rights, our benefits, our opportunity in the United States, and now they've actually taken away our protection. And our government is co-signing government agencies hunting us down and saying that it is okay. Meanwhile, they want to send $100,000 to each citizen in Greenland while most of us can't even frickin' buy food. We are being destabilized internally while things are escalating with Russia, with China, with Venezuela, with Europe, and more. We have a target on our backs right now, and we're supposed to pretend like this is all normal? Hell no. This is how societies slide into civil conflict, with erosion, with fear, and with unchecked power. And so this is what I'm going to leave you with. We didn't call World War I and World War II those names when they were happening, okay? Let that sink in. 2, you need to stop paying your taxes, and you need to keep cash on hand, and you need to have things that you can barter. 3, I hate to say it, but you need to be prepared in your homes, and you need to know how to protect yourself. So take that for what it's worth. I know that this feels heavy. It is. But if we have learned anything from history, it is that power without accountability always turns on the people. And it is time that we stand.
I'm going to tell you guys what's coming, okay? Because I think we need to be very clear-eyed about what's coming, and it's very obvious. On the second day of this year, I posted a video, and I said that I very strongly feel like 2026 is giving resolution, but through a lot of struggle and strife and very negative stuff. But that it's necessary to get to where we need to be. Well, we're not even that many days into this year, and I am already being proven right. Here's what's coming, folks, okay? Be prepared. We are walking our way right into a state versus federal conflict with us citizens in the middle. And I guess divided on those lines. That's what we're headed towards. And there will be clashes, we'll call them, okay? And there are going to be American citizens who are not going to comply. You weirdos that always said you wouldn't let the government tread on you are very happy, apparently, to let the government tread on you. So you're going to, I guess. But there are going to be people who will not allow that to happen to themselves or to their neighbors, and they will fight back. And apparently, the state's National Guard of blue states are going to be there to protect their citizens. So this is what's coming. I just need you to prepare yourself for headlines and for video of this kind of thing, because it is going to be terrifying. I think we don't have any other choice at this point, though. I don't know what other way there is. So wrap your head around it now, make your peace with it now, make your plans, talk things out with your family that you live with. What do you do if they come to your door? What's the plan? You know, figure shit out, because I'm telling you that's...
How long do we honestly think this level of corruption, instability, and moral decay can continue before something really breaks for good? History is not vague about this. Every major empire believed it was different. Rome, they thought they were permanent. So did the Ottoman Empire. So did Britain at its peak. They all had warning signs. Corruption at the top, complete loss of public trust, widening wealth gaps, social division, foreign conflicts, distracted citizens. Stability erodes slowly, then all at once. Civilizations, they don't collapse in a day. They rot from within until pressure exposes the weaknesses. And when confidence in institutions finally cracks, events accelerate fast. Financial shocks, civil unrest, supply chain disruption, power struggles. History shows this pattern over and over. And I'm sorry, but the lone wolf fantasy is a lie. Isolation is weakness. What survives collapse are skills, discipline, tight community. It's time to learn real survival skills, get real training, build strong local networks. We have to know our neighbors. We have to strengthen our family. Because when stress hits a nation, it doesn't reward comfort. It rewards the prepared and the united.
You are not preparing yourself in your personal life for the other shoe to drop, then you should be. I will be the first to admit that I thought preppers were crazy, because I, even with my background in history and learning, did not think that there was going to be any possibility of our society breaking down, which was stupid and arrogant. I will freely admit that. And let me just preface this by saying I know there are a lot of people who are really struggling right now and truly cannot afford to be preparing themselves. I understand that. I got you. I'm not trying to be rude, but understand that if shit truly pops off, there are going to be limited resources that government, cities, etc. are able to provide. And if you did not plan for it and you use up some of the resources that were meant for people who truly had nothing and cannot prepare the way that you can, come on.
It's time to leave the country. 100%. It's time to leave. That rhetoric on Greenland and everything else and Gestapo in the streets, it's time to leave. Because it's either going to be fighting in the streets, a world war, or just straight up authoritarian regime and everybody just doesn't care, or they're too apathetic to care. And I'm not like that. I'm getting my kids the out of here, and I suggest you all do the same. Give your kids a better life. Get them out of this country.
Start storing water, and that doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to go buy bottles. Reuse stuff, your old milk jugs, your old soda bottles, just make sure you wash them out well. If you have an old pasta sauce jar or an old jelly jar, or you just have random Stanleys that you don't use anymore, fill those up with water. Next is, if you're able, you need to start working out. Think of it this way. If there was an emergency, somehow you found yourself in an unsafe situation, can you run away? Can you get yourself out? If you had to, walk a few miles to maybe get home or something, can you do that? And if you have kids, can you carry your kids? Can you get your kids out safely? If you have pets, can you carry your pets out safely? You want to remove yourself from any unsafe situations, and you need to be able to do that. You need to be able to get your kids, anyone relying on you, you need to be able to get them out as well. And the last thing we can all do is use the internet. It's free. Google, watch YouTube, rent books from the library, learn new skills, watch YouTube videos on cooking without power, or how to purify water, rent library books on how to repair cars. Make yourself useful, make your brain filled with knowledge that if something really bad happened, you can take care of yourself, but also give yourself a skill maybe to barter with or to make money with. Knowledge is free, and we have access to so much.
Bro, I'm just done. I just want to know when we light the torches and get the pitchforks, because we just need to burn this down and start the over. So, you with me?
We only have one peaceful option left. I don't think we're going to make it to midterms, so we have to do this soon. Everybody keeps asking what they can do. Well, I may have a solution, somebody may have a better idea, but this is what I got. I don't normally ask people to like and share videos, but I'm going to ask you here on this one to get it to the people who can organize this and get it where it needs to go. The people with the big platforms, some of the other groups that can actually organize an official date and time to kick this thing off, okay? So that's out of the way. What I want you to do is nothing. And if all of us do nothing together, we can make a difference. The game only works when people play it. And so we opt out. We pick a date. I have one in mind already, coming up relatively soon. We got to get the word out. And we don't go to work. We don't go to school. We don't put gas in our cars. We don't eat at restaurants. We do nothing. We stay home. That's about as peaceful as you can get. You don't have to do anything, and you can still make a difference. So cops stay home, firefighters stay home, restaurant workers stay home. Everybody stays home that physically can. There's a few jobs that I won't mention here, but they know who they are, that they have to go to work. Like, for everybody, they have to go to work. Everybody else, we're staying home. We're not doing a damn thing. Now, it shouldn't take too long of doing nothing for the whole thing to come grinding to a halt. Will people lose their jobs? Yes, that's going to happen. Are there going to be consequences? Yeah, some foreseen, some unforeseen. But the consequences from this are far less severe than if we allow this to continue the way it's going.
This is why I think they're going to shut down the grid, dude, because what's going to happen is the unity voice is going to get so loud, and then they're just going to shut the whole thing down, because it's like flipping the game table over, right? Like, you know, you're going to lose, you're about to lose, you're like, F it. And you flip the game over, and that's what they're going to do, bro. Yeah. They have the ability to do it. You better start thinking about what's going to happen if that happens.
Listen, to all the people that keep saying nothing is going to happen, no one is going to do anything about this, I promise you, something is about to happen. What I have experienced over the course of the last 2 days, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. The closest that I've experienced would be right after 9/11. If you are old enough to remember what it was like, it was total uniformity. There was flags everywhere. America was totally aligned in one mission. That is what this country is. The amount of DMs, I cannot keep up with the amount of people DMing me right now asking to get organized. This is insane. Think about all of the rage and everything that happened in 2020. This is 100 times that. People are getting madder and madder, and nobody's doing anything to quell their anger. Nothing is happening. People are just getting more and more upset. Seriously, think about this. Every conspiracy theorist that you've ever known, which we can't even call them that ever, but there's always been in your group, in your friend group, in your coworker group, there's always been a conspiracy theorist. And what happened? Did they just stop when you made fun of them? Did they just give up? No, they just got madder and madder. It becomes part of their identity. Once you know, you can't unknow. Once you know the insane injustice that is happening, you can't unknow. That's what's happening. That's what's happening to everybody in this whole country. I promise you, something is going to happen.
The number of preppers in this country has more than doubled. Go find an empty bag in your house. Any kind of bag, preferably a backpack. If you don't have an extra backpack, find a reusable bag. Tens of millions of people now identify as preppers, and now is a really stupid time to start calling these people naysayers.
I don't know if everybody is paying attention, but times are getting really hard. I've had a lot of friends that had good jobs for years being laid off. I've had people hit me up and asking to use me as recommendations and referrals and seeing if I could put them on things. And I'm just paying attention to the climate out here, and it's getting pretty rocky. I've also had numerous friends tell me how hard it is to get a job right now. It's a lot of interviews. People are going through the interview process and going to 2, 3, 4 rounds of interviewing and still not getting called back. I know people that's putting in 30, 40 applications a day, and they've been doing that for over 30 days. Still not getting anything substantial called back. So I'm like, I don't know if everybody's aware of how bad things are and how bad things are going to get. We're also like on the verge of going to war. There's countries in war right now. And I think because of so much distractions in the media and in like social media and entertainment and people keeping up with all this bullshit online, people are really numb to what's going on outside. But I say all that to say, a storm is coming, and some people have already felt it, but it's nothing like what it's going to feel like when it really hits. All y'all that's buying jewelry, getting new cars, just adding to y'all motherfucking expenses and y'all workload and y'all overhead. I really hope you've taken in consideration that what you're making now might not be what you'll be making in a few months to a year. So you might need to recalculate some of these things before you keep taking on new burdens. Yeah, good luck.
What we are seeing across the country isn't a collective panic, it's a sober realization that the floor beneath us is uneven. When people see multi-billion-dollar banking systems shaking or hear about rising geopolitical tensions while struggling to pay for basic groceries, the trust cracks. History shows us that top-heavy systems don't give a warning before they grind to a halt. Regular people are starting to see that relying solely on corporate supply chains or federal reassurances is a vulnerable position to be in. That's why folks are stocking their pantries, learning real trade skills, and turning to their neighbors. True security isn't going to come from a policy shift or a government agency. It's going to come from the resilience of our local communities and the practical steps we take today to protect our families. Are you or your neighbors changing how you handle your household security, savings, or grocery storage lately? Let me know what practical steps you are taking in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.